Howdy, y'all. Hey, so this is going to be a clarification of my argument about the other side of Gloddigger. And I guess this has been my habit. I've been rambling, doing it off the cuff lately for a lot of reasons. It halves. With my new audio production and my old video production methods, my videos get better, but the time takes too much. I used a long time ago when I first started, I would just write it out first. Spend like 2-3 days doing that, and then speak it. It was back when I had a better mic and a better computer, and for time reasons, personal reasons, I sort of abandoned that. And I guess it's kind of bad arguments. So I'm going to clarify this for Matthew Morgan. He might have been trolling. I don't know. I'm going to try to help him understand. I've been watching and rewatching the video. And normally, like with the first Gloddigger argument, the way my brain works is I'm a lot better in action. I was trying to actively seek out feminists and engage them in this argument, but because I live in a small town, because internet exists, smartphones exist, Facebook. After that day at the coffee shop with the redhead and the like queen feminist who gave you your number, they always do that, by the way. To piss them off a little. P is totally right. Women should either love you or hate you. Now, I'm better at it in action. Like, it's just the way my brain works. It's hard for me to go back and forth. And I misspoke a little here and there, parts of those videos. So, or video. See, I misspeak all the time. Now, Lost Horizon got what I'm talking about, when I was talking about. Quote, they, women, feel it's their right to parasite off men, but not a fetus parasiting off them. Good point, he said. The old double standard routine. Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is. I'm going to try to remember what the redhead, that's why the redheaded lady was on the screen. By the way, she's since dyed her hair another color. And the blonde in that other patriarchy tale dyed her hair too, yeah. One of the advantages of being me in a small town. It's kind of funny. But, okay, so the redhead said it should have made better choices, better decisions. Very select and very picky on who you get married to. The point of the two patriarchy tales and of the argument video is that women should be very select and very picky on who they have sex with. Like, that is the irony of the feminist movement. Men, under traditional biological theory, under traditional evolutionary psychology theory, sperm cheap, eggs expensive. So men should try to have sex with as many women as possible, whereas women should try to have sex with as few men as possible. And the few men they try to have sex with should be very high quality. And yes, ideally, men should try to only have sex with high quality women. But hey, because of the independent assortment of alleles, you never quite know. Hey, banging an ugly chick, you might, have some good looking smart kids or something. You never know. And so, and also some people are ugly because of nurture, not nature. Terrible tragedies happen. So that's the traditional paradigm. And then that is why it's not a double standard, like feminists say. Like the comedian Jim Jeffries said, it's hard to be a stud. It's easy to be a slut. To be a stud, you have to be tall, handsome, work out, a good job, nice car, nice house, interact well with others, be funny, sense of humor, intelligent, a fake job in a fake suit, as Jim Jeffries would say. To be a slut, all you have to do is be there. All you have to do is lie there. I would say any woman, as we all know, can just walk into a bar, raise her hand, say, hey, I want to have sex. You guys would be like, who do you want to have sex? Anyone. I just want sex. And practically the whole bar, especially if she's like a 5 and up, the whole bar will practically go running towards her. So it's not a double standard. And so what the feminists have been arguing, ironically, is that the women should be allowed to be sluts without shame. And then, it was kind of like their plan. First, they said birth control. Then they said abortion. You argued for the birth control so you could prevent the abortion. And they got the diaphragms and the Nor plant and the injections in the little patches and stuff. They got like a whole 3-5 times as many options as men do on birth control, but they still need the abortion. And their caveat is the rape. Like, hey, you can't control if you get raped. Fair enough. If some guy's really intent on raping you, he's probably gonna do it. Stalkery and stuff. So, okay, abortion's allowed, but you have to point out, like the feminist was blaming the man. You have to point out, hey, you should have been very select and very picky on who you had sex with. The fundamental thing, and I've accepted this a long time ago, I think my father taught it to me, someone taught it to me, don't have sex with anyone you wouldn't mind having a kid with. Not that you want to, but you wouldn't mind. If it accidentally happened, would you hate the kid? You don't want to do that. You don't want to raise a kid that you hate. It screws everything up. Screws the kid up, screws the civilization up, screws the future up. So don't have sex with anyone you wouldn't mind having a kid with. And that's what men tell men. Women should be told the same thing. And so, in action, how it went, what I was going to do, and I almost had the queen feminist on this. She almost fell for it. She like bailed on me. I think she sensed where I was going. I think she sensed that she screwed up. She bailed on me right when I set the trap. And so the trap is... she was saying alimony is okay because the guy spent time, or the woman spent time with the guy that she could have been spending on herself. Totally ignoring what my ex told me when we broke up. The same time I spent on her, she spent on me. Yeah, the same time the husband wasted spending money on the wife. It's the same time the wife could have been, focusing on herself and on her career. And kids are not some sort of miraculous benefit. By the way, not the issue. Alimony is the issue. But kids are not really part of the deal because of abortion, because of the right to choose, because of the pill, because of all the birth control. If she didn't want to have a kid, guess what? She didn't have to. If we're going to hold men accountable for their choices, we should hold women accountable for their choices too. In all fields, at all times. And we all know it's pussy pass. We all know. Victim blame. We all know. I'm trying to clarify the argument. And so they're going to play the victim. They're going to give you the victim narrative and say dumb crap like women are more negatively affected by divorce than men, which of course they are, because they're not getting supplemental income from their husband anymore. A long time ago, me and my ex were laughing at a news story. Women on the news were bragging. New study comes out that says women are better savers. Of course women are better savers, because women don't buy their own drinks. They don't buy their own food, their own dinners. They don't spend nearly as much on gas, because guys pick them up. There's ladies' night. Yeah, of course women are better savers. And it's all, of course they're more negatively affected by divorce. It would be like a trust fund kid running out of his trust fund. Yeah. Oh, trust fund kids are more negatively affected by the loss of their trust fund than non-trust fund kids. Married women are more affected by divorce than non-married women. Yeah. Duh. Duh. It is blatant. It's on the face. And you just have to get them to start arguing, because they're going to play the victim. They're going to be gynocentric, play the victim. And it is so hilarious that they fall for it every time. And you're going to want them to commit to the gold digger. And you're going to want to get them to say, I think this is where I screwed up. I said in my video, to love another. I meant to live off another. If it's okay for the ex-wife to live off the husband because he made certain choices to get married, then it's okay for the fetus to live off the woman because she made certain choices to have sex. And sure, like the man might make some bad choices and marry a lying, cheating, manipulative gold digger. The woman might make some bad choices and have sex with a guy who lies about having a condom on. But that's still her choice. The natural consequence of sex is baby. It's sex. Sexually reproducing species. Now, the only time this comparison screws up is that the natural consequence of marriage is not divorce. Most of the time it is. But in theory, that's not the natural consequence. But in theory, the natural consequence of sex is baby. It's not pleasure. What? Look at the animal kingdom. Most animals look like they don't take very much pleasure out of sex at all. Only humans. I don't want to get into that. Pair bonding. That's weird. It goes into like tribal living and villages and stuff. Yeah. So I hope that clears it up for Matthew Morgan. And that clears it up. You get him to commit to the gold digger, and you say, okay, so it's all right for a woman to live off a man, even if she intended to live off the man, even if she is a gold digger, even if she's a gold digger, even if she's a lying, cheating, manipulative woman, it's okay for her to do that. They're gonna say yes. Then bam, then it's okay for a fetus to live off a woman. And the marriage argument is even better because you can't get forced in. Well, I guess some used to be able to shotgun wedding. So I guess rape equates to shotgun wedding. But in modern days, you can't get forced into a marriage. A man can't be forced to marry a woman. But a woman can be raped. So fine. Abortion. Are you raped? Fine. And that's where they're stuck. They either have to advocate for laws that say only abortion in cases of rape and incest, so they can keep the gold digging, or they abolish alimony. And then once they abolish alimony, then that leads into abolishing child support. Yes, if they want to keep abortion as a contraceptive agent, abolish child support. If they want to keep abortion as a rape, a rape cure. Cure. If they want to keep abortion to solve pregnancies from rape, and that's it, that's the only reason why they want to keep abortion around, is to solve pregnancies from rape, and all other abortions are illegal, then keep alimony, which they won't do. And so there you go, I think I figured that out. Yours truly, guys. Him.